Alright, I'm going to use my homemade targets here to show you what my range day was like with the M38 Swedish Mauser and the 1935 Peruvian Mauser. First, the M38, let's give you a little perspective for size. I put a big lighter there to show you. This was my first group was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I remember it. It was a very windy day, so what I noticed is, I'm not saying that without the wind I would have put them all through the same hole. However, I do notice like stringing like this with, there was a strong cross breeze, and I noticed that like every single grouping that I shot was like a string like this, you know what I mean? So that bullet being light, it definitely has an effect. The wind definitely has a great effect on it. Now, at 100 yards, the sight on the M38 is graduated to 100 meters, which is just about 100 yards. And the M96, the 1896 Swedish Mauser, is the sight is set for 300 yards. So with this one, I would think it would be closer to being accurate. However, still shooting high, and I could attribute that to maybe the ammo being a little hotter than what it's actually sighted in for. So there's less bullet drop than the ammo that they were using back in 1938. The PPU might be just a little bit hotter, so this is what gives it this flatter trajectory, and I'm hitting higher. So the first group of 5 was up here, then just lowering my point of aim down, I ended up with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a flyer here, 5. And then still out of the red, once again, lowered down even lower, but putting my point of aim down here somewhere, and then ended up with this nice one. 1, 2 through 1 hole, 4 and 5. And I don't know if the breeze tightened up, or maybe it was me or the barrel warming up or whatever, but these were the first 3 groups of 5 that I ever shot through it. And I right away just switched to a different target just so I could preserve this and keep it that way. But at 100 yards, they say that these things could be sub MOA, and it looks like, and this was bench resting on a sandbag, sitting down and resting the rifle on a sandbag. As a matter of fact, in my shooting video, 5 of the shots, I think the group that you see in the video was this first group of 5. Then the Peruvian Mauser. Peruvian Mauser, sitting sitting rested on a sandbag. This is 2 groups, 10 rounds, and I don't know which was which. I just shot 10 rounds and then looked at it with my glass from 100 yards. And this is pretty good too. I mean, again, comparing the size, I mean, that's amazing. 3 through 1 hole, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 10 shots. And I was very impressed by that. And then I did some standing at 50 yards. I moved this target closer on the next round to 50 yards. Again, 50 yards standing. So in this one I got 4 on the paper, and looks like 1 off the paper somewhere, either probably to the right. And again, this was another group standing, and oops, sorry. And there's the 5th one down there. 1, 2. That's a nice shot. Hitting like a Coke can sized, target, 50 yards standing with that rifle. Doesn't have the greatest sights, like an itty bitty rear notch. Really hard to get a sight picture, And then even this group, nice for standing. I'm really surprised. I'm not the the greatest shot. And so that's that. That's what kind of accuracy I found at my last range day with these. But you got to be impressed by this. If you could shoot 15 rounds at 100 yards and cover them all up with your hand, with something that's that old, and you got to be impressed by that. That's pretty damn good. Anyway, see you guys next time.